I don't think a lot of people know this, but on like iPhones, when you delete a text, you delete whatever, you're not fully deleting them. You have to go up to edit and then show recently deleted and actually clear your cache. Uh, the last card we need another badass variant for. They've already given us so many sick ones. And this one is sick. Oh my god, look at the animation on that. Well, then I'll change the setting back after this. Did you go to the show recently deleted thing I was just mentioning? Yeah, I must have wanted to make a TikTok on that because I can't imagine how many millions of people. Like, first off, there's hundreds of thousands, if not a few million people who they don't ever really go through their phone and delete old pictures, old videos. Then, so people don't delete stuff. Eventually, their phone gets full. It starts running slow, even like really slow, like mine earlier. And they just think their phone's shot. So, you know what that means? Time to just get a new phone. Just throw the old one out, get a new one. Instead of actually, managing files, deleting old stuff. Because I can't, like, I've had my phone for 3.5 years. And it's gotten where most people will be like, oh, it's shot. It's like, no, I just need to actually free up 2 to 3 gigabytes. Anywho, so there's a lot of people who don't even like delete stuff and purge stuff at all. They just wait for it to get full and get a new phone. Then there are millions who do delete stuff but don't realize it goes to that show recently deleted. 11,000 photos. Yeah, well, imagine your phone's probably about to feel like a brand new one. Especially if once you delete those, I would fully turn it off. Like hold the power button for as long, swipe, fully turn it off, and then power cycle it. It probably felt like a new phone, straight up. Another thing I don't think people realize is how weighty things like GIFs, lots can be big, or little emojis. They add up. Like somebody sends, you have a conversation with somebody for years and you have 20,000 emotes and they might only be like 200 kilobytes or 20 kilobytes a piece, but now you're talking about 100 200 megs. Anywho, yeah, I kind of wanted to make a TikTok about that, but yeah, for not getting you to check in case. I'm an OCD. I love seeing before and afters, and like I almost wish you would have gone and saw how much you had free prior. I don't love it. Oh, that's unlucky. I think I'm out. Yeah, I'm again real OCD about that. I like before and afters in general. Like if I'm gonna pressure wash something, I don't keep them for long. Or more, and then when I go live, post in there. That's one thing I've never done. I've only done it twice. Once was for the World Cup final, at the end of 2022, beginning of 2023, and one other time. Only twice I've ever gone on social media and it's like, hey, stream's starting, or I'm streaming. Never have done it on Twitter, I don't think. Man, my hands have been real boot. What you up to? You already at the crib, I'm guessing? What's the sad face for? The need to do my Discord more, or the concept of I love how you can see a little bit of Cyclops' beam in that. Oh yeah. I think if I play this right, no. Alright, I'm done. Heyo. I think I just go and do this. I was gonna reality stone this so it doesn't destroy my cards, but I think this is the play. Although I can't ramp. Man, okay. What if we do this, this, that? Actually. Yes, not as frequently as other, like, data purging things, but probably once every 6-ish months. The problem with reality stoning is now I'm, like, letting him play there. Ooh, question mark? I don't have much to say. So we're going to Lyeth left, which will not only kill whatever he chooses to play there. Oh, but he's going to play on that Shuri, actually. I think I save Eliath, actually. He's going to play something there. I can't kill it yet because of the armor. So what we do... Alright, I think I go here. We... Blob. And then we play her. And the next turn, we should be able to Eliath left, which is almost presumably where he's going to want to play that. Boom. That's probably a Red Skull, question mark? I like how when I play Blob, he usually ends right at 15, 16. My opponent's was like 31. Oh, I didn't factor that in. Okay. He's almost certainly going to play this left, though. This Taskmaster or whatever. Because he doesn't want to swap in Quantum Tunnel. And I have nothing in my... Wait. What is still left in my deck? Happens. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the last Infinity Stone. I have 2 cards in my deck. This is where that thing we normally have on the side of our screen, that untapped, is really crucial as a deck tracker. Alright, this brings me up to 24 and him down to 29. I still think I'm fine. Well, anyways, I'm just going to do that. And then Eliath, so cheesy, but part of the game. Hate the game, not the player. See, he was looking to play a card called Taskmaster. If you've seen the Black Widow movie, that character's in it. But it copies the power of the last card you play. So he would have had a nice beefy 28 power there, plus whatever after. But Eliath says, destroy all unrevealed enemy cards here. Come on, night. A new program while I'm streaming initially. Mockingbird, Hope Summers. I have both of these in my deck. Hell yeah. We don't love putting them on Clintar because when it converges, well, putting 1's fine. Putting 2, when it converges, it actually hurts Mockingbird's discount. Oh, that's phenomenal for Mockingbird if I can draw her. Oh, man. Snap. 007 Puddin'. Yo, if you're still there, Sav, when you're like right now, how are you watching me? Am I on your laptop? Or your TV, your phone? Do you um what was it? I don't remember what I was gonna say now. Man, an absolutely phenomenal game for Mockingbird, and I don't draw her. I think I'm going to do that. Maybe. Yeah, I rarely play Thanos, so I'm actually just going to do that and then that. I don't get a proc hope, and that's okay. Oh my god, why play the Soulstone? He had Blue Cage. Man, it's so hard to play this game when you're trying to troubleshoot. Bro, I know I have more cards in my deck because it's a Thanos deck, but my word, can a homie just get Mockingbird? There are no such things that as I said the other day, I'm pretty sure I was like, hey, I don't think that's a thing. And unless you have to be a bigger streamer. But I looked again yesterday when I added, I said I added 4 or 5 new badges. I went through and because the theme of my badges are chronologically based, I added 4 or 5 new sub badges, but I had to go back and essentially delete all of them except the very first one to put them in order. And I double checked, and there isn't a sub badge. There's something called a tier 2 and tier 3 flare. So you can have a flare on your sub badge where it'll show like little stars. And then I tried to even play around with that. I did. Hold on, let me. Okay. Can't use Goliath. I have Blob for a huge amount. I think I play him left, and then her, and then that. I'm still up 14, 15. She goes up to 13. I'm adding 12, 19. Huge here. Please don't lose me this Reality Stone. Please don't lose me this Reality Stone. It's just a Goliath left. Okay. If I lose left, I think I went right in middle.
Iron Man.
Yeah, did I not save Flare? I'm sorry, I'm exhausted for yeah. We got a big dub though. Anyway, long story short, I checked. I don't think you can have unique future badges. They just can have access to. I don't know. I actually don't even think they get more emotes. But there is the flare. If I didn't, yeah, you're exactly right. They're called flares. And the default one is like a silver star, and then if you're a tier 3, it's a gold star. And I even played around with replacing it. And again, when you do that stuff, it's some work, but you have to get it, and first you have to convert it to a certain format. Then you have to make sure it's square. Then you have to resize it, and then you have to do it for 3 different sizes: 18 by 18, 36 by 36, 72 by 72. I did all of that for a picture I have of one of my dogs, Leia, and then I applied it, but all it did was put Leia's face over Alex Trebek's face. And as much as I love Leia, we can't be having that. So, oh, sorry, my bad, my bad. I don't even see a sub. So when you click on your own name, right, in chat, haha, yeah, click on it. What up, Matchy? Yeah, but it'll say like customize appearance in chat or customize chat appearance. You're brilliant. You'll figure it out. I'm not risking it. Can't click on stuff. Even just trying to click in chat there, it started to get choppy, wavy. Wow. Dude, location batching deniers are in shambles lately, Matchy. I literally just had Monster Island last game. Are in shambles lately. The fact that she's already a 1 cost, absurd. You know, I thought she was going to be exactly like Abomination. In the sense that I obviously knew there would be slight differences, but here was what I was thinking was like, while yes, you are reliant on, well, how do I word this? So first off, Scorpion is the only one that afflicts a card in the hand. I guess Celine too, right? But if you use Scorpion to discount an Abomination, you're relying on them playing those cards, right? And I thought it'd be a little more balanced because Mockingbird, to get her discount, you're having to play stuff on your side, which means less spaces. So you're having to fill up your board more, whereas Abomination was a cool. Because it was at least the things that were discounting him were often exclusively occupying your opponent's board. So it wasn't, you know what I mean? You weren't having to fill yourself up to get discounted. Haha. But that's not the case because here's two big things. One, I guess, because again, I don't think a lot of people were thinking of things like, the clones, right? Squirrel Girl, Mr. Sinister, those things. And we damn sure weren't thinking of Monster Island, Central Park. Hell, Collapse Mine probably works. Anywho, and then we also weren't expecting the location to change to mean those things that I just mentioned spawn more. And then the other key distinction is for A-Bomb to be like he is, you need to have high Evo in your deck. Whereas Mockingbird does not. She almost feels like a card you can almost have in every deck as just like a tech card. Like, okay, for a while, about 9 months ago, I was getting goblins so frequently. This is in the Galactus meta, especially. But I would carry an Odin in most decks just because I needed to send them back. Then there was a period where there was so much destroy decks that I would put a death in every deck, even though I had no ways of destroying cards, because you would almost entirely get a discounted death at some point because your opponent would do it. She's starting to feel that way. Between all the locations and things like that, she just gets discounted like crazy. Hazmat Cage. I don't get what that is in reference to. That still revolves your opponent needing to play cards and fill up their space, and if it's in regard to the Scorpion comment, Hazmat only hits cards on the board. So yeah, I thought that this is neat and nifty. Did he destroy a card? He did. Hawkeye, did he mean to do that? Doesn't feel like it. Maybe. He gone. Anywho, she's stronger than Abomination. That's for sure. But it also follows the trend of the power creep, right? Like she's a significantly better Abomination who needs high Evo, mind you. Cole Obsidian's a better Crossbones. Proxima is a better Captain Marvel / Wolverine. Okay, nice. This deck's easy, bro. Just play. I mean, I feel bad. I really don't like. I think I'm gonna stop. If I hit 97 with it, I'm not getting the infinite with this.
Destiny will arrive.
Will do. I do huff. Hate getting texts, especially or I hate getting texts while I'm streaming. And my uncle, who recently moved up here from Florida and moved into my grandpa's house, he has an uncanny knack for calling me when I stream. Like, he might not call me for 4 or 5 days, but if I stream within 30 minutes, he's sending a text. Speaking of which, I actually need to text him back because he did call when I was fixing my shit. I'm not gonna call him back. I just need to text him. When? former W grandpa. He passed away, and that's hence the uncle moving up. Professor X. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, power-wise, it sucks, but we all know that that's honestly better. In the ghetto university, man. Part of me wants to proc. Part of me wants to get to that. And then we definitely want to play her eventually here. What's that about? I can't keep up. Hella, do it. Dracula's gone at least. What, you thought I'd change that setting? That setting's going, that mod thing is going nowhere. Get it right. No. Get it right. No. This sucks, bro. No. Just, that's the only reason you want a VIP? No, just kidding. No, it does not. This isn't neat. This isn't very nifty. It's not cool at all, and it's not very spiffy. I play him just for the just for the curve. Maybe that. We just want initiative. Scary? I'm at 13. Oh my god. Just don't use as many dots. So much for winning Crown City, huh? Well, I guess that's why they call it Sin City. He actually got hurt by Sakar, and it's still, he's in such a good position. Oh man, the irony, Matchy. I was thinking of you there. I'm so used to retreating later, but I was thinking about that conversation the other day, and I was like, I'm just gonna retreat now. He didn't even. The game heard me say, if I get to 97 with it, I'll swap off. I don't want to get to Atlantis, Infinite like that, and it was like, good luck getting to 97. Telling Sav, Magic, my computer does not run this game near as well since that update, and I can't help but think it's the new custom variants. Like, all at once, every single player in the game got an additional card that it has to store memory for, and effects, and your preferences, and your saved, like your favorite of it, and all that. Every single player in the game got one for every card in the game that they own. All at once. And I'm like, I didn't actually. All right, here we go. Bounce back. Again, the game heard me talk about 97 and it wanted to humble me real quick, and I respect it. Also, with Lost Cause saying that definitely confirms that I'm switching off this deck after. I love having two tone flares next to each other, especially green and red. Very Christmassy. Very cute. You just delete it right away. Dude, the more I've played with the time stone since the change, it might be better. Now, again, sure, you don't get to apply the discount to any card. You can't ramp into anything. Like previously, you might use it to get a Professor X off early. But when you think of how Beast only discounts for one turn now, and this is for the rest of the match, And given the kinds of cards you were already likely to play in a Thanos deck, it's very, very good. It might be. Like, well, even if she didn't come out, I think that it might have been at least as good, if not better. Because again, you do lose the more universality of it. How about we bait out a Shang-Chi here? But yeah, I already think it would have been very, very good, if not better. But yeah, you're right. With Mockingbird, it only augments that. And it doesn't have the minimum of 1. Which, of course, Beast doesn't either, but... Oh, speaking of baiting out Shang-Chi's, huh? Does he know it's coming? He knows it's coming. Oh, battery! What is that? Are you a bot? A bot would not do that, though, because he would be losing 14 to 13. I think they factor that in, right? He's going to try to... Oh. Get out of here, Magneto. Now, I will say this. I've talked about how good this deck feels and how I've climbed up and blah, 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 blah. But a part of me thinks that a large portion of it also has to do with the fact that I'm using Shang-Chi and Goliath in the same deck. 2 cards historically that I've never felt great using. I think bots don't play Hela. That's a good point, too. Very good point. Ooh, do we just, this? What, he might MODOK left? What did it kill? Odin? Hela. Odin. You don't see that too often. Mockingbird, Mind Stone obviously feels great. I think Professor X left, though. The only problem with this build that I have with this Professor X is if I get this wrong, I have no way other than Jeff to salvage it. Like, no Blue Marvel, no Ironheart, no Claw. Maybe I do that. Just to be safe. What is this? It's 3 extra power than I would if I left him by himself. Yeah, I think we do this. Good thing I did. I think. It's probably MODOK and he wins. Ah! Rude, dude. So rude. Well, Blob's not worth using. How much can I bring him down? 6? No, only 4 because this will draw. I fucked up. Doesn't have a Hela. Only 2 cards in his hand. He does go down 4. Ah! Vision! How long have I talked about this, Matchy? I think, and he might need to go down to 5-7 if they made this change. But I think he should be able to move in and out of a Professor X lane. Not be played like Jeff, just for people who weren't around when I've had that before, but not get played in anywhere like Jeff, but should be able to move into and out of a Professor X lane in particular, or anywhere. And my logic is always, Vision is an android who can phase and literally become like non-solid matter. So why should he get locked down? And then the other is Professor X's ability is based on the premise that he is a psychopath. A telepath, and he can literally make people stop their ability to use their motor function. So in essence, they're frozen, locked down. That shit don't work on an android. I think you need to be a 5-4. What about a 4-4 and they buff my shoddy Captain Marvel to a 4-5? See, this is honestly part of why I don't feel about using this deck. Because this is all I'm playing against as well. Always be sassy. Yeah, that one I just wasn't about, especially with my computer issues at the time. It's like, hell, it might have taken, my computer might have lagged for 30 seconds out of that minute. We don't need an A power. Again, he wouldn't be a Jeff though. He wouldn't be able to be played out of your hand in any spot. And I think there is a fundamental and functional difference to that, especially when you consider locations. But even ignoring locations and just consider the lockdown, like you wouldn't be able to play Vision into the storm. And again, I started with he would need to be adjusted. I just think from a lore, I guess my thing is this from like the lore standpoint of it. It makes no sense that Vision should get frozen by a telepath. And likewise, the fact that any barrier should stop Vision. Now, miniaturized lab is a bit different because I've never seen Vision shrink himself, just become permissible. I don't know, for the lack of a better word, but but yeah, again, I'm not saying that as somebody who's a frequent Vision player, and I know that Vision is often in Thanos decks, so that already makes him very scared. Or he has been historically used with Shuri. So Vision, ever since they moved him up to 5/8, however, I gotta stop being greedy and just play Mockingbird, huh? When I can. So I fully get that he has, for a while now, not needed any help with his kit. But me being the Marvel nerd that I am, the lore part of it's just like,